What if the reason you're stuck has nothing to do with your talent, your willpower, or your potential, and everything to do with a lie you've believed your whole life? You've been told to wait. Wait until you're ready. Wait until you're motivated. Wait until the timing's right. But here's the brutal truth. That wait is the real enemy. It's not just laziness. It's not even fear. It's a mental virus disguised as logic. It sounds smart, safe, sensible, like your friend who buys planners every January and fills none of them. Day 1, drink water. Day 3, planner now lives under a hoodie. But what it really does is kill momentum, silently, slowly, every single time. And solo leveling, it's not just a monster hunting power fantasy. It's a blueprint for mental transformation, a guide to erasing every self-sabotaging script running in your head. Because Jinwoo didn't become unstoppable by waiting to feel ready. He overrode the virus. And the truth is, there are 4 lies that have been quietly draining your potential. Lies you've been living by without even realizing it. Today, you'll learn the rule that made Jinwoo unstoppable. The exact same rule that's been silently killing your progress every day you ignore it. And by the end, you'll know exactly why your brain keeps hitting snooze on your future and how to break that loop forever. Let's start with lie number 1. You need to feel ready. Here's the truth no one tells you. You don't need readiness. You need motion. We've been conditioned to believe that the start of anything worthwhile should feel right. Like, we'll just wake up one day, hit a burst of motivation, and boom, become unstoppable. There's no Disney morning where birds dress you and you suddenly feel like filing taxes or rebuilding your body. Your brain avoids uncertainty. Neuroscientist Evan Pullman found that when facing unclear outcomes, we instinctively delay action because our mind prioritizes safety over success. That's why feeling ready is the biggest scam in self-development. According to Dr. B.J. Fogg from Stanford, action creates momentum, which builds confidence, which reshapes identity. It's not readiness that leads to action. It's action that becomes identity. Remember the double dungeon scene? Jinwoo's leg is shattered. His team is dead. He's bleeding out. There's no motivational speech, no magical buff, just motion. He crawls, staggers, moves. But that motion, it rewrites destiny. Think of the person who hits publish on a messy blog post or walks into the gym even though they feel out of shape. They weren't ready, but they moved anyway. You don't become a different person when you feel ready. You become that person by acting when you're not. Override the wait. Pick one action today that scares you and do it before your brain approves. Lie number 2, motivation comes first. You think you need a spark, but fire only comes from friction. Let's be honest. How many times have you said, I'll start when I'm motivated? You wait for that magic morning, that sudden rush, that anime protagonist level power up. And when it doesn't come, you scroll, you stall, you shrink. But here's what you need to understand. Motivation is weather, biochemical, emotional, random. If you're building your future on vibes, you're setting your goals to weather patterns. In 1997, neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz identified something wild. Your brain doesn't get motivated by outcomes. It gets motivated by errors in prediction. It's called reward prediction error. When you act before the brain expects a reward, you surprise it, and that surprise, it spikes dopamine, which means you don't wait for motivation. You create it by acting first. Solo leveling didn't give Jinwoo a get hyped button. He wakes up, covered in bandages, broken, traumatized, no flowers, no family, just the system. Daily quest, do 100 push-ups, run 10 kilometers, or die. No feelings, just consequences. And Jinwoo, he doesn't feel like doing it, but he does it anyway, every rep, while cursing, groaning, doubting, rewires his brain. That's the moment he becomes dangerous. Think of the person who starts a timer on their laptop. Even when they don't feel like working, they don't feel inspired. They feel like deleting their Google Drive. But 5 minutes in, they've entered a productivity trance that would terrify their past self. Or the gym goer who walks in hating it, only to finish their workout feeling invincible. Motivation is not the engine. It's the exhaust. It shows up after the work begins, not before. which means if you keep waiting for the feeling, you'll keep waiting for life to start. Don't wait to feel like it. Select a non-negotiable system, just like Jinwoo's quests. Start before the spark. Override today. Pick a task you've delayed. Do the first 5 minutes, no matter how off you feel, because you don't need hype. You need habit. In solo leveling, the system UI isn't there to encourage him. It's there to challenge him. Your task tracker, your daily plan, that's your system. It's not asking you how you feel. It's asking, did you show up? Don't chase the spark. Be the friction. That's the rule. Motion first, feeling second. Jinwoo didn't wait, and neither should you. Lie number 3, you have time. You think you can wait, but every moment you don't act, your wiring gets stronger. You've said it before, I'll get serious next week. Once the economy gets better, I'll start. I'll wait for the right moment. Here's a problem. Your brain believes you, and every delay becomes a repetition, and repetition becomes identity. Neuroscience backs this up. Dr. Lara Boyd, a brain researcher at the University of British Columbia, explains, every action or inaction rewires your brain. Neuroplasticity doesn't wait for your ideal schedule. It responds to what you consistently do. So, when you procrastinate, you're not just losing time. You're training your brain to hesitate. The Stoics had a brutal but freeing belief. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Marcus Aurelius. In modern psychology, it's called temporal discounting. Your brain naturally devalues future rewards in favor of instant comfort. That "I'll do it later" feeling is just your brain saying, yeah, future me will totally fix it, probably on a Tuesday during a montage. In solo leveling, Jinwoo didn't get time off to recover. The system didn't say, rest up, king. It said, quest begins now. Whether he was injured, exhausted, or confused, didn't matter. The dungeon didn't pause because Jinwoo felt overwhelmed. The timer kept ticking, and every second he hesitated, the enemies got closer. The turning point? He starts sprinting, bruised, limping, but moving. Because he realized the system wasn't going to wait. Neither is his life. Think of the person who swears they'll start meditating once things calm down, but the chaos never ends. Or the student who says they'll study when they're in the right headspace. But that headspace, it's a myth, a moving target. And every time they delay, they're telling their brain, comfort is king. Here's the truth. Delay isn't neutral. It's not just lost time. It's identity trained. Every time you override the hesitation, even by 1%, you teach your nervous system, I'm in control now. But every time you flinch, scroll, snooze, you teach it the opposite. Override 1 micro delay today. Don't snooze. Don't wait for energy. Don't wait to feel like it. Pick one moment where you normally stall and move instead. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to begin. The system's timer isn't just counting down a quest. It's counting down who you're becoming. Every second you delay, the old you gets stronger. Lie number 4. Discipline looks heroic. You thought success would feel like a movie scene. Epic. Loud. Triumphant. It doesn't. It feels like brushing your teeth in the dark. Boring. Quiet. Uncelebrated. Everyone wants to feel like the protagonist, like the camera's watching, except the only camera is your cracked front cam, and it's judging your form. You thought the soundtrack would swell every time you hit the gym or opened your journal, but real growth, it happens when no one's clapping. It's not a slow-mo training montage. It's you, alone, in yesterday's gym shorts from your last failed upgrade attempt. Repeating the same action so many times, your ego starts asking, does this even matter? Dr. Douglas Fields, a neurobiologist, discovered something profound. Every time you repeat a task, your brain lays down a fatty sheath around the neuron. It's called myelination, and it's why mastery looks boring. Every silent rep strengthens your signal speed. Every invisible day becomes the infrastructure of your identity. Discipline isn't cinematic, it's electrical. Look at Jinwoo's transformation. He doesn't level up in boss fights. He levels up in daily quests, in push-ups, in reps no one sees, in the hours where he groans, bleeds, doubts, but does it anyway. The real montage in solo leveling isn't animated, it's mechanical. Jinwoo doesn't train with flair. He trains with consistency, and that's what breaks him through. Imagine the guy waking up at 5 a.m. No pre-workout selfie, no hype playlist, just water, journal, push-ups, work. It's boring, but 6 months later, he's not just disciplined, he's dangerous. Because while everyone else was chasing motivation, he was repeating excellence. Growth isn't loud, it's silent, it's lonely, it's unsexy, and that's what makes it real. Today, choose one boring action, one quiet repetition that no one will see. Wake up early and stretch. Journal one uncomfortable truth. Do the rep alone. The world doesn't need to clap because the transformation isn't out there. It's inside your nervous system. No one applauds for daily quests, but they're how you become the kind of person people applaud for. You believed the lie that readiness comes first, that sparks create action, that time will wait. But Jinwoo didn't. He obeyed one rule. Act before you believe. Move before you're motivated. Override once, and then again, and then again. Because here's the truth. You're not stuck because you're broken. You're stuck because you're training the wrong loops. And every day, those loops either chain you to the old you or carve out the new one. Override hesitation every time. That's the rule that made him unstoppable. And if you don't apply it, it's the same rule that'll keep killing your progress. Your enemy isn't weakness, it's hesitation. It's glamorizing growth instead of doing it. It's writing goals instead of acting on one. But you're here now, and the system's message is clear. Start the quest or die waiting. Today, log out of hesitation. Log into execution. You don't need to be born gifted. You just need to stop waiting for the mood. Override once, then again, then again. That's how you delete the old you.